come out. You can do it. Ah, there we go. I can feel the eye rolls already before my video even begins. Smell some Valor. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, all the good stuff. I'm glad you're back, and today I'm going to be talking about cabin fever and things we can do with our children so they don't drive us absolutely insane. And I get a lot of negative feedback on Facebook when I talk about how you should actually like your children, and I feel more connected to moms who like their kids than I do with the moms who are constantly complaining and negative about their children. And that's why I have to breathe in my Valor to make this video, because I know a lot of people aren't going to like what I have to say, but I have to get it out there because it's really how I feel. And so I hope you enjoy this video and don't mind my naked son. I tried to put some clothes on him and he took them off, and here's my proof. Here are his clothes. That only lasted about a half hour. I did get them on him, which was like a huge feat. So, what are we going to talk about today? Things to do when your kids are getting hyper. Like, he thinks he's like in charge of this video. Things to do when your kids are driving you crazy. I know it happens. It does happen to me, which is what sparked this video idea to begin with. But instead of, going on social media and complaining about my kids, I decided to change my mindset and fix the issue, because there's always an underlying issue. They're not just being hyper and crazy because they're out to get you and want to make you insane. There's a reason why they're acting up, and it's usually because they're bored, because they are humans too with wants and needs, and if they're bored, you need to give them something to do. So what I did earlier in this week, when they were just like I was getting at my wit's end, I wanted to get some cleaning done, and they were running around like crazy people. So I sat them down, put some cozy blankets on them, turned the lights down, and put on a movie. And I was like, okay, we're having a movie night. And they were like cool with it. They were like, okay, like, give me some direction. Sometimes they need some direction. He's hitting me with this little thing. So I turned on a movie. They were totally fine. They sat down, everything calmed. They watched the movie, and I was able to get some things done. Some other things you can do. Another thing you can do is actually get down on their level and play with them. Now, I'll be the first one to admit I do not really like to play with my kids. Okay, I hope she's not listening back there. She's very involved in her YouTube channel, so she's fine. Playing Barbies and dolls is like the last thing I want to do, but it makes her so happy that I do it. So yesterday we pulled out all the Legos and we made a big old Lego house, and we just had a blast. And then the baby woke up and we thought he was going to destroy it, but he ended up wanting to play with us, so we played for like 3 hours of Legos. It was crazy, but they had fun, and they were able to use their imagination instead of just throwing them in front of the TV or YouTube, which I did right now so I could get my video made. Another thing is take them outside. if they're going crazy, it's wintertime right now, it's super cold, but even if you could bundle them up and just go for a walk up and down the street, get some of that energy out, that will really make a huge difference in their attitude and what they have going on. Another thing you can do is meditate with them. Even little kids like Judah are able to meditate. You just sit them down quietly, do their legs in crisscross style, sit them down and meditate with them for a few minutes. You can do a lead meditation by looking up something on YouTube. There's tons of phone apps that have lead meditations, or you can just sit quietly, talk to them quietly and lead the meditation for them, and that will help calm them down a little bit. Another thing you can do is give them an activity. Coloring books, watercolor paints, which is usually my go-to. It's so easy. Give them, a million sheets of printer paper and their little glass of water, and they each have their own set of watercolors for homeschooling. Give that to them and they will sit there for over an hour and watercolor, even Judah, who's 2 years old. So Play-Doh is another option. Coloring books, we have a stack of coloring books, and even just markers on the paper are another good thing. But like I said in the beginning, usually it's because they're bored, and they're people too, and you don't want to have to sit there and have someone shush you all day long, and either do they. And it took me until I was in my 20s to realize that my parents were actual human beings separate from myself that have to deal with their own relationship issues, and then had to deal with their relationship with us and their relationship with friends. And up until that point, I was still just a selfish child. Like, what? It's not all about me? And then I realized, wow, the whole time my parents were raising me, they were going through their own stuff too. And it's the same with kids. They're people, and they're not just here to annoy you. They're here you're here as part of their reality. And when your baby is crying all night long or wants to nurse all night long and you just want some sleep, they just want to be comforted. And they're like, comfort me. Like, they're not just trying to annoy you. They need that closeness and that comfort. And so there's a saying, and it's so true. The saying is, the days are long, but the years are short. And I have a 22-year-old daughter. She's my oldest. And that saying is so true. I can't even believe how she's 22. I can't even believe that I gave birth to a baby, raised her, she moved out of the house, has a baby of her own, and I still feel like I'm 16. Like, what happened? Where did the time go? So appreciate them and love them. I know you love them, but appreciate them. Take some deep breaths. Give them something to do, and realize and appreciate that they're their own person, and they want a fulfilling life as much as you want a fulfilling life, and they're here to help fulfill your life. So, oh, here's another one. I have my notes, so I almost missed this one. This is a good one too. And have them help with the laundry. My kids love folding laundry. So give them a big pile. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to get some energy out of them, and they're going to feel like they helped you, and you're going to get a little help, and you can choose to redo it later or just put it away like that and move on with your day. But laundry is a big one. Sam loves helping with the laundry. So I hope I gave you some helpful tips. I hope you don't hate me, and I hope you come back for more videos, and I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I love you all.